Who's ready for some spaghetti madness? It's harmless phosphorescence. Hello, everybody. Let my cousin Pookie out. This is Thoreau Smiley. Who's joining me this week?
I'm Josh CC, and hey, give me that hand, Playboy.
I'm Brian Lesh, and I will fight crime butt-ass naked.
I'm Alaric Weber. Do I have permission to touch your body? It's not sexual.
And this, well, yes, Al. And this is Harmless Phosphorescence. This is the podcast where we watch every theatrically released full-length live-action superhero movie ever made. We gather some research into the production and the source material, then we tell you all about it. This show is brought to you by our patrons like executive producers Michael Beckwith and Atticus Burkett, and you can be a patron too. Head on over to patreon.com/harmless entertainment. We got a lot of bonus content there. There's some Star Wars miniseries, holiday shows. We got some ones about music. We've got weekly ones that come out. And we are also live streaming this. Hi, live streamers. And to our podcast listeners, if you want to watch us do this, you can check out the live streams on our YouTube channel. Just search for Harmless Entertainment on YouTube, and we will be there. Or follow the link in the show notes. So this week on Harmless Phosphorescence, we are watching 2008's Hancock.
Suspects on northbound 110. Heavy gunfire exchanged. We need backup.
Fellas, listen, give yourselves up quietly. Okay.
Hancock's latest act of so-called heroics has once again enraged city officials.
I can smell that liquor on your breath.
Because I've been drinking.
Jackass.
Call me a jackass. One more time.
Jackass.
How about you, Thickness? Goggles?
Hancock, son of a gun. I knew you'd come.
Stop crying, punk ass. Not okay.
I do public relations. People don't like you, Hancock.
I look like I care what people think.
I think you're wasting your time with this guy.
Pulled some stuff up on YouTube. Everybody remembers Walter, the gray whale. He was stuck on the beach. Along comes Hancock.
Oh my God.
I don't even remember that.
Greenpeace does. You're a superhero, for God's sakes. People should love you.
How are we gonna do that, Ray?
Right now, there's a DA trying to figure out how to come up here and put you in jail. I say you go.
He's not gonna go.
People take you for granted, you know? We gotta make people miss you.
If you don't move, your head is gonna pitch.
Jail Watch Day 5 and crime is still on the rise.
You got a phone call. It's the chief of police. He says he needs your help.
You have a calling. You're a hero, Hancock. You're gonna be miserable the rest of your life until you accept that.
Life here can be difficult for me. After all, I'm the only one of my kind. You deserve better from me. I will be better. I ain't wearing that. What? It's a little tight. What you got? Hancock! I need you to end this.
Do I have permission to touch your body?
Yes!
It's not sexual. Not that you're not an attractive woman. Maybe on a different day.
Get me out of here!
Hancock is down. He looks hurt.
That's it. Make it look hard.
Hancock.
Wow, they really showed all their cards in that trailer.
Everything up to the twist, yeah. This was released July 2nd, 2008. The big holiday summer blockbuster movie. It has a running time of 92 minutes. Cost 150 million bucks, took in 629 million. This was a huge hit.
Wow, it really was.
Yeah,
I did
saw
not
it in
realize it.
theaters.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember if I did. I don't think
did
so.
not, but I did see it.
Yeah, I definitely saw it. I don't think it was in theaters. This movie came out July 2nd, 2008. So I think it's time for us to play the box office top 10 game. This is the game where I will describe every movie in the box office top 10 for the week of July 2nd, 2008, using only the box office mojo descriptions, leaving out proper nouns as necessary. Boys here will try to guess where Hancock opened, and then they'll try to guess what movie I'm describing using that description. Boys, let's see. Where do you think this opened? Al, we'll go with you first.
Given how much money it took in, I'm going to say number one.
Al goes one.
It's Will Smith. Everybody loves Will Smith.
He is fresh. Josh, what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, I'm with Al. It seems like a foregone conclusion, but let's say 3 just to get the gamble going.
Make it to float the buy. So all right, Brian.
Yeah.
That was gibberish. I don't know what that meant.
He's spending too much time on Wall Street bets.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to say number 2.
1, 2, 3. All right. So here we go, guys. This is the box office top 10. Coming in at number 10. An Israeli special forces soldier fakes his death.
Zohan.
Yeah. Yep. This was in last week. Brian, you get 100,018,837 points because that's what Don't Mess with the Zohan made.
And you get a coupon for a free haircut.
Wow. Could use the haircut too.
And you get to watch an Adam Sandler movie on Netflix as homework.
They should be paying me for that.
Oh my God. So we were talking about Hayden Christensen movies on Jumper, and we mentioned Little Italy. So Jude has been obsessed with that for a while because some YouTuber he watches talked about it. So he made me watch it yesterday.
What is it?
So Hayden Christensen and Emma Roberts are residents of Little Italy, Toronto.
All right.
And their families own competing pizzerias.
What?
And it's a Romeo and Juliet story in Little Italy, Toronto, with competing pizzerias.
Romeo and Juliet. Papa John says I can't go.
And they've got there's Danny Aiello's in it, and Alyssa Milano, and they're doing New York Brooklyn accents.
Okay. And Jude's really into it. Is it funny?
No, he just thought it was funny because some YouTuber talks about it and talks about how bad it is, and Jude has gotten into this thing where he wants to watch really terrible movies to make fun of them. It's like an MST3K kind of thing.
I wonder where he gets it from.
Right. Yeah, it was crazy. And Emma Roberts is the least Italian person I have ever seen on screen, period.
But I have a thing for her.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, she's adorable, but still. So, all right. Number 9, a New York City writer is finally getting married, but her 3 best friends must console her.
Sex and the City.
Yes, both Sex and also the City. You get 2 points, Al, for guessing both of those things.
But wait, dig that description. A woman is getting married and her friends console her.
Well,
those seem like opposing.
I didn't finish the sentence after she's jilted at the altar.
Okay. All right.
Al was just too fast for me.
And he's furious. Look at him.
I was like 2 points. 2 points.
For Dre.
Hey, it's 2 more than I had before.
That's true. Do the points reset every time? I have no idea. It doesn't matter. I made up the game. Coming in at number 8. And I refuse to say. Set in Cincinnati at the height of the Great Depression, a resourceful young girl helps her mother run a boarding house after her father loses his job. I had no idea that's what this was about. I've heard the title of this movie before. I had no clue that's what this was.
It's called Bummer.
Yeah, an American Story. Any guesses?
Cincinnati WKRP, the movie.
Oh my God, give it to me.
Brian, any guesses?
No idea.
This is Kit Kitteridge, An American Girl. I thought she was like
based on a doll.
I guess
Yeah.
so. I thought she was like when I heard this movie title like 10, 12 years ago, whenever this was, I thought it was like she was like a detective in like the suburbs or something. I had no idea.
That's reasonable.
No, she's a doll that lives in an orphanage.
It's so weird.
And each article of clothing costs hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So like, isn't there like a bunch of an American Girl dolls or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why this one's Kitteridge. I think they all have names.
So they were planning on making a whole series of American Girl or American Doll movies.
Yeah,
Well,
the
we've
American
mentioned-
Girl universe.
The AGU.
Which includes Chicago Hope. And
Oh, do you guys know about what is it called? The Valverde? The Valverde, I think it's Valverde universe. So Die Hard,
what?
Die Hard, and oh god, what are the other ones? Hold on, I gotta Google this.
Die easy.
Yeah. It's the Valverde. Yeah, it is the Valverde universe. Okay, so Commando and Die Hard. There's some other ones. Predator. All of them feature soldiers from a country called Valverde.
Oh.
So, in theory, Die Hard and Commando take place in the Predator, Alien, Prometheus universe.
Oh wow, yeah, that sounds
Right.
like Valverde. Just sounds like a corporation, like a corporate entity that
Yes.
just makes like American style salsa.
Oh God,
You know,
Yes.
it's like the fictional salsa picante company.
yeah, for sure.
That's where Wayland Utani got its origins. That was the seed money that they got to start cloning. And
yeah, Valverde salsa made in Cincinnati. Yeah,
Yeah. New York City.
Thank you, Al. All right. Next in the top 10, coming in at number 7. In 1957, archaeologist and adventurer Dr. Henry Indiana Jones Jr. is called back into action. Any guesses, guys?
Clear.
Mr. Holland's Opus.
Did you say Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, Josh?
No, I said clear and present danger. But okay, I'd rather go the other.
I got one word wrong last week. It was the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
That is right, Al. Yes.
Okay.
So you get 5 of Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Skull vodka bottles for that. Most of these were on our lists previously because we had a movie that came out recently. So
Are there any new ones?
there's a few.
All right.
A scientist on the run must find a cure.
The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, clearly. You get an incredible point, Al. One incredible point.
Don't make it angry.
Don't. Or it'll become a different kind of point.
It'll be a green point.
Yeah. It'll no longer be a point. It'll be a straw man. Coming in at number 5 this week. This was here before too. The Dragon Warrior has to clash against the savage Tai Lung as China's fate hangs in the balance. However, the Dragon Warrior mantle is supposedly mistaken to be bestowed upon someone who is a novice in martial arts.
I love that it starts with the, as if
we all know about the
him?
Dragon Warrior. Not
You mean
again.
The Panda Warrior?
Yes.
Kung Fu Panda?
Yes, Kung Fu Panda. You, Al, get 1 black point and 1 white point.
Domino.
And 3 other points for the number of pandas that are currently not mating.
Yeah, I saw a video of one like sliding down a hill repeatedly. Like, oh, they love to have fun. It's like you're going extinct.
Panda videos are insane. Like when the panda handlers come in and throw them a piece of bamboo, so they drop their children to take the bamboo, and then the panda handlers just take the kids out. It's like, how did you survive in the wild, you fucking idiots? Number 4. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call. If any pandas are listening, I apologize for my insensitive remarks. Coming in at number 4, highly intellectual.
You said panhandler.
Panhandlers. Panda handlers. The pan. God damn it. All right. Al and Brian aren't really very amused. Coming in at number 4. A highly intellectual but bumbling spy is tasked with preventing a terrorist attack from a rival spy agency.
Get Smart?
Yeah, Steve Carell as Maxwell Smart and Get Smart. You get 1 smart point. It's like a smart
it was
code.
a total guess.
You can go on Facebook on your point. Yeah. Coming in at number 3, a frustrated office worker learns that he is the son of a professional assassin and that he shares his father's superhuman killing abilities. Should this have been on our list? I do not know this movie at all.
What a man wants.
It's not ringing a bell.
What the ability to kill is what a man wants.
It looks like that maybe
Tyler
Jessica
Perry.
Alba. It looks like it could be Jessica Alba on the poster. I can't tell who the dude is. This is called Wanted.
Oh.
I'm not familiar with this movie at all. I'm gonna have to look into that. See what's on the what with that. Number 2. In a distant future, a robot inadvertently embarks on a space journey.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying
Wall-E?
attention.
Yeah, Brian got it.
What was it?
Wall-E.
Oh,
So
charming.
yeah, Brian, you get I don't know, a space
pile of
point.
trash.
Yeah,
An existential crisis
Yeah.
in your CPU.
you get to cry at the 71-minute mark, as happens in all Pixar films.
Yep. Or I don't know. Up happened right away.
Well, yeah, Up you get to cry numerous times.
Right in the beginning.
Yeah. And number 1, Hancock is a superhero whose ill-considered behavior regularly causes damage in the millions. He changes when the person he saves helps him improve his public image. And so, Al, you get a hand point for guessing Hancock.
He gets a case of whatever those were, whether that was whiskey or what have you.
Yeah, it seems like whiskey.
Those giant handle bottles, yeah.
Yeah.
The Gentleman's Gym bourbon.
Yes, indeed. Kroger brand.
Real quick, Wanted
10
was Angelina Jolie and James McAvoy.
Oh, wow. That did not look like Angelina Jolie on that cover. What is this? Can you tell us a little more about Wanted? This is going to be a Wanted podcast
Was
now.
it a comic property?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It mentions superhuman killing abilities once, but it doesn't say anything about being a superhero. Yeah, he gets trained by someone in the assassin organization. I don't know. I don't think it needs to be on our list.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it at all. Seems like he's just kind of like a assassin-y, James Bondy kind of deal.
Assassin-y. He's nice, but he's kind of assassin-y.
Just a little assassin-y on the weekends. All right. That is our box office top 10. Hancock did not have a comic book origin. So, Al, you don't have anything to tell us. Yeah. So that will bring us to the production. This movie was directed by Peter Berg.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, neither did I. He's
I was confusing him with Alec Berg. Alec Berg.
Yeah,
Alec
from
Berg.
Seinfeld.
From Seinfeld.
Oh, okay. Peter Berg, his first movie was Very Bad Things, which was kind of a rough film. He did Rundown, Friday Night Lights, The Losers, The Kingdom. Oh God, he directed Battleship. I did not know that. Well, Deepwater Horizon, Patriots Day. Wow, his later career has not been what his earlier career was. Yeesh.
Sounds like a discount Michael Bay.
Yeah, it
Kind
really
of.
does.
But like a real machismo type. He's a boxer and a personal trainer to the stars as well. And also, he either produced or something, but was all over Entourage.
Where does he find the time?
That tells you a lot there. Yeah, he was in. His acting career goes back way before his directing career. He was in Shocker, Going Overboard, Fire in the Sky. He was in Heavyweights.
That's a low-key funny movie. It's Judd Apatow, Ben Stiller.
Oh wow. Huh. Corky Romano. Collateral. Oh my God, this is after he started directing. He was in Corky Romano.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was in this.
Oh, yeah.
As, it said Doctor Who ...
The Doctor Who?
Doctor Who helps Mary.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just brief spot.
Yeah. I honestly don't know how I feel about Peter Berg. I don't know. I'm not especially impressed.
It's okay to be indifferent. It's underrated indifference.
Yeah. So we've got on producer credit. I don't usually mention producers, but we've got Akiva Goldsman, Michael Mann, Will Smith, and James Lasseter producing on this. Will Smith's not surprising, but the other ones, that is some heavyweight people there.
Well, it made $600 million.
Yeah. Writing credits, we have Vi Vincent. I always say these names wrong. Engo, like Eng, like NGO, Engo, I believe is correct. If I'm sorry for any Vietnamese listeners, yeah, to whom I'm mispronouncing that.
I think the N is silent.
Wait,
just go. It's just go. It's not Ngo.
There was one more writer.
Like, because Anna Eng is Ing, which was my first, the first time I became familiar with that type of naming convention.
Sure, but I'm basing it on Dustin Gwynn from 21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street.
But isn't that technically Gwyn? Like, there's a Gwyn.
Sure, but it's not N Gwyn.
Yeah. So
anyway,
I'm sorry, Vietnam. I'm just sorry for everything.
For this atrocity against them. Not ever in the history of man.
Let's see. He also wrote "Beat the Devil," "The Hunger," "Hostage," "Fearless." Yeah, I don't know. He's the first writing credit on here. Apparently, he came up with the idea for this. His motivation was that he loved Superman, and he wanted to do a version of Superman that was more real and challenging. He wrote the spec script, and it was entitled "Tonight He Comes." It was originally about a 12-year-old and a fallen superhero.
Basically, he made a movie out of that scene in Superman 3, or those few scenes where he's drunk and shitty.
Exactly. This is just that middle 20 minutes of Superman 3 done into an entire film.
Stretch. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So all right. Eventually they brought on a new writer by the name of Vince Gilligan.
Yeah. Gilligan?
Of Breaking Bad and X-Files fame.
X-Files, Breaking Bad. Yeah. This is okay. So his film writing credits are as follows. Working backwards. El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. Hancock. Home Fries, the Drew Barrymore 1998 film. And Wilder Napalm in 1993. Wilder Napalm is a fantasy romantic comedy starring Dennis Quaid and Deborah Winger. It's about a pair of pyrokinetic brothers and their rivalry for the same woman.
What?
Wow. Pyrokinetic brothers. They can control fire. And they're both want to date the same lady.
They just need to start a Vegas show.
Lighting tigers on fire.
So yeah, this movie, let's see. Tony Scott was originally picked it up.
He would have made it interesting.
Yeah, Tony Scott would have been interesting for it. Then after he moved on, it switched over to Michael Mann. Michael Mann was supposed to direct for a while. Then it was acquired by Akiva Goldsman. They brought on, they got Will Smith attached to it. Will Smith decided to make, so Will Smith was attached to this and I Am Legend simultaneously, and he couldn't decide which one to film first, and he was going to film this one, and then it got pushed back. They had to do a rewrite or something, so he did I Am Legend first. They let's see, they wanted to the name was originally Tonight He Comes, but then they changed it to John Hancock, and then eventually just Hancock. I don't know.
This movie is lost in the wilderness throughout.
Yeah, this movie is like the height of like just big budget, like star driven, like 90s through 2000s Hollywood.
And I would say the first two acts deliver on that front.
Absolutely. The first two acts very much so deliver that kind of like 90s, like middle of the road, like fun, entertaining, kind of like star driven movie.
And then it was just sort of a deflated balloon at the end.
I agree. Will Smith, of course, stars it's Will Smith. I don't really need to go into the Fresh Prince's career. If we don't know who Will Smith is, then who are
everybody
we?
saw Gemini Man, right? Right? Am I the only one who loved that movie? No,
I haven't seen it.
Right? I've only heard bad, terrible things.
De-aging, man. Motherfuckers and their de-aging. Charlize Theron.
Hey, is he a Scientologist, Will?
He's not a Scientologist.
They are loosely affiliated with Scientologist organizations, as far as I know.
But they're not like Tom Cruise level Scientologists, though, right?
I know that they run in like circles with Scientologists, so they very well could be, and they just are playing it safe. Which I don't know how you would do with Scientology, because they don't like that. But
I imagine you have to at least be friendly with Scientology if you're going to be at that level in Hollywood.
Yeah, I've heard things of them putting big money towards like buildings and groups that are closely affiliated with Scientologists. This was years ago, though. This was like 5 or 6 years ago.
So Will Smith, famously the father of Jaden Smith, best known for. the man who cannot see mirrors because he has no eyes.
Yeah, everybody knows the Fresh Prince theme song. It makes me think it was taught in school, and I just don't remember.
Yeah. God, that might be his most lasting contribution to society is the Fresh Prince theme song.
Yeah, we all know.
Charlize Theron stars in this as Mary. She got her start in the early 90s. She was a model.
She's one of our best African American actors. She's from South Africa.
She is. No, I got it. Just
I don't know if Al remembers because it was probably 20 years ago now, but we met at a party, the INS agent that like rubber stamped and approved her entrance into the United States.
Into Hollywood.
And then
I don't remember that at all.
Wow.
It was at the Hick party. There's a picture of us from that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I thought that was interesting.
So that man made possible her role in Children of the Corn 3 Urban Harvest.
Yes.
Urban Harvest. Wait, is there corn in the city?
Yeah, it's like a community garden.
Yeah.
I was
Only
thinking
in Corn Week.
I was
where they
thinking it
have
was like in a supermarket. Yeah, it's still Corn Week. I was thinking in a supermarket, like just in the frozen food section.
That's already harvested.
Kids in the freezer amongst bags of corn. She played a hit woman in 2 Days in the Valley. Then she started really making a name for herself. Devil's Advocate. Mighty Joe Young. Devil's Advocate is crazy. If that year
I love that movie.
When that year comes up on our monthly movie, hey guys, patreon.com/harmless entertainment. Every month we do a movie that's not superhero related. This month, February, we're doing Gremlins 2, which is handy because in December we did Gremlins 1. So check that out. $1 a month and you can watch us do a whole nother podcast. But yeah, Devil's Advocate's crazy.
And that's our masterclass on the Gremlins. So
Yeah. I can't believe we're going to end up doing both Gremlins movies.
If you ever wanted to make your own Gremlins movie, you got to check out the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Reindeer Games she was in. Oh God, The Legend of Bagger Vance. She worked with Will Smith prior. Oh God, that was a terrible movie. The Curse of the Jade
one, right?
Yeah, that's the
And it was probably maybe not the last, but like the first time culturally we recognized the magic. The magic Negro character. You know, like there's always behind every great white man was this wise old black man that gave him.
Yeah, that's what brought that into common parlance, much like Garden State brought in the manic pixie dream girl into common parlance.
I will say Stephen King. That's one of my salty things with Stephen King. That is the backbone of almost all of his stories.
Green Mile and
magical black character
right
that dies, to save some lost white guy.
Ugh. It's the worst. It is the worst. All right. So, she won an Oscar for Monster. And I don't know, she's been working since then. Oh my God, that's right. She worked with Jason Bateman in Arrested Development. I forgot about that.
Oh, that's right. Girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was awesome. North Country. What's she doing these days?
I still love her.
What's she up to? I should give her a call.
Her with Michael Fassbender in Prometheus. They just yell at each other.
That's
right. It's great.
Oh my God, I haven't seen Prometheus since it came out.
We have to get to the Nakatomi Tower.
So yeah, it's it's Charlize Theron. Jason Bateman has Ray Embry. He had a really interesting career.
One of the coolest, like almost Burt Reynolds or Bill Murray level of like comeback.
Yeah, for sure.
Came back strong and then just kept boom, boom, boom. He was the Teen Wolf 2 kid, and then all of a sudden, bam.
Well, yeah, okay, so yeah, he got his start on Little House on the Prairie, Silver Spoons, and then the Hogan Family.
Mm-hmm.
brother to Justine Bateman, star of the 1992 where is it? The 1992 public service video, How Do You Know When You're in Love? With his sister Justine Bateman and Ted Danson. That's wild.
God.
You guys should check it out. It's on YouTube.
What was the Hogan Family? Was that a spinoff?
Yeah, Valerie's Family.
Oh,
it started
right.
out as Valerie, and then Valerie. Yes. It was what's her face? Rhoda. What's her? I can't remember.
Bertinelli?
No,
not Valerie Bertinelli. Rhoda from Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah,
was the
Rhoda.
actress. But it started out as Valerie, but then she wanted too much money, so they fired her, and it became Valerie's Family. And
like
then
they just did to Roseanne recently.
100%, exactly that. Except Roseanne, it wasn't money. But yeah. And then they eventually changed it from Valerie's Family to the Hogan Family.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So and then his filmography is hilarious because he did that television work. He was basically known for television, and then he did like nothing for 10 years except for TV movies. Crossing the Mob, A Taste for Killing, Confessions, Two Faces of Evil, This Can't Be Love. That's it. That's the one. This Can't Be Love. Black Sheep, Burke's Law, Heart to Heart, Simon. But
wow.
Yeah, but then he started his comeback with Dodgeball. Yeah, Dodgeball. He was playing the
announcer, the commentator.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah, Gary Cole was the other guy.
Yeah,
Dodgeball is an incredible movie. Incredible movie. So. And I've said it before. It is a masterclass in story structure. It's amazing. But yeah, and then he got the Arrested Development, and just really started his coming back. Horrible Bosses, Hit and Run. He's been back ever since. So good for him. So we've got Eddie Marsan as Red. Ugh, that character.
Yeah.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. Let's see. He was in Happy Go Lucky in 2008. Seems to just be a character actor.
Yeah, I vaguely recognized him.
Oh, he's British.
I didn't recognize his voice because he couldn't decide.
No. Well, and he's British, and it seems like he was trying to do an American accent not very well. Now that I see he was British,
and then the times he sounded like that Southern drawl that Hannibal Lecter used to mock Clarice.
Yeah,
he
sounded like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, dude was really having a tough time with his American accent. He was in V for Vendetta, Miami Vice, Mission Impossible 3. He's a character actor. Johnny Galecki was briefly in this, and Thomas Lennon.
Yeah, those were their big gets.
Yeah, and Mike Epps in the post-credits sequence. Right. So that's about it for the production. It was pretty much like studio movie, produced, big movie star kind of thing. Not a lot really going on there and behind the scenes. On Rotten Tomatoes, this thing has 41%. So I mean, it not amazing, but not awful. It's below 50.
Yeah, that's pretty generous for Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Namrata Joshi of Outlook writes, some melodrama and a superwoman later, it loses steam. Okay. Let's see. Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian writes, it becomes an entirely different film, one not really premised on the bad superhero comedy idea, and the film is then oddly without a sense of humor, and its vague interest in satire vanishes completely. That is true. It becomes an entirely different movie at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrea said that as well.
It's just a different movie, and it's really weird. David Calhoun of Time Out writes, quote, not available. Do that joke every week. Never gets tired.
I love it. Do you see a rando?
Oh yeah, let me check out the rando. Let me see. Let me see. View. Oh wait, here we go. Audience. Jason123 writes, I didn't love it, nor did I hate it. But the film really suffers from poor pacing and a laggy plot. Let's see.
That's generous.
Yeah.
Jason's grounded.
Steve writes, some good ideas, but the film fails because its twists make little sense and it becomes what it so strongly wants to avoid being, a weak superhero film. Yeah, I don't know. That's all pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
and they all sound like English is their first language.
Al Qaeda made this movie. None of the fun. Crazy.
Will Smith murdered my parents. Like, yeah, nothing like that this week.
Pizza Gate.
So that's about it. That being said, guys, we're gonna take a quick couple-minute break. We'll be right back with part 2 of our live stream number 2, when we're going to jump into the movie and break it down beat by beat. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back.